So if you guys haven't already caught the news, I'm engaged. And yes, we are going to talk about it. Hello everyone, and I know you guys have been waiting for this video if you have caught the news. Obviously it's been a while, I've had a lot going on, so I apologize for that. But yes, I am actually engaged, and we are going to go around Hollow Woods, enjoy the winter atmosphere, and talk about the story of my engagement, a little bit into our relationship, not too much, because I do want to make a separate video for that when actually my wedding day comes, and that way you guys will have something to look forward to when I'm on, obviously, away for my wedding honeymoon. But we are going to go ahead and talk about it. Alright, you guys, so yes, I am engaged as of Christmas. I got engaged. My boyfriend of, God, it's like 6 years. Which, again, this is kind of, I'll get more into the story, but of 6 years, finally popped the question. It still feels very much like a dream. It doesn't feel real at all. I'm still kind of soaking it in a little bit, but terrified of planning. But I think that kind of comes with every territory of being a fiance. It's definitely mine. A lot of tears, a lot of big emotions, but yeah, I am very happy. Obviously, you guys have noticed my channel's been slow, obviously because I've also been sick too. I've been fighting all sorts of illnesses, so that's kind of why videos really haven't come out the way they have, but I am on the mend, and now I can actually start talking about it again. So, engagement. So we've been together 6 years. We've known each other much, much longer. We met in officially met and became friends in high school. Although I do believe our paths have crossed long before that. It's just, if you ever looked up the red string theory, look into it. You keep crossing paths, but you only come together at the right time. That's pretty much kind of our story, but again, I'm kind of leaving that, for... again, the video that'll come out obviously whenever the wedding happens. So this happened Christmas day in the evening. We were all sitting around opening gifts, and after bawling my eyes out because Jeff brought something that was very sweet, when Hershey passed away unexpectedly in September, I kind of went on a whole big thing how I wanted to do a memorial section for her. Well, he listened and he got me this beautiful little kind of like Disney styled picture of her. I forget the name of the company, it's just not in my head right now, because again, talking about the engagement. Once I find it, I'll have to show you guys. So he did that for me, which was so sweet, and because that's what she really needed. I wanted her to have a memorial piece. And now she has it. So before I go into tears and start crying with that, so just so you can kind of get a grasp of the story. So I was already emotional. So we opened gifts. We were exchanging gifts and whatnot. And then my boyfriend was like, so I have a question. And he was like, how many years have we been together? And I'm like, so my poor boyfriend, Me and the whole family, because it was my mom, my dad, my brother, all sitting there trying to figure out how long we've been dating. And we just kind of came up to the fact it's like 5 or 6 years since we've been dating. We've known each other much longer. It's been, let me see, I graduated in 2023. We met in, so that would be 2029. Yeah, I feel old. Thank you. For those who are like, gee, that was such a long time ago. I know you're out there, and yes, I'm old. Thank you. But it's just, that's a very long time to know each other as friends and to start dating, because we only, again, it's like probably about 6 years since we've been dating. But we were sitting there trying to rack like each other's memory for like 15 minutes of how long we've been dating, and he was very sweet, and he was like, so we've been dating for a long time, and I'm like, yes, obviously we've been dating for a long time. I mean, I would hope we've been dating for a long time, otherwise this is going to be a little bit awkward to explain to my followers that we haven't been dating for a long time, otherwise I don't know what we are. But he was very sweet, and he asked me if he would continue our happiness together and marry me. So yeah, obviously I said yes. But it's funny because I kind of want to backtrack a little. So in South Carolina, we went to a mall, and there were rings, like a ring shop. And no, I didn't know this engagement was coming, but I'm just kind of getting to a point here where you almost did pick my engagement ring up in South Carolina until I actually was like holding the ring and testing the metal, and metal's not supposed to bend. So they told me it was like pure like white gold, and it folded in like silicone, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's not how rings work. Like especially metal ones, so we saved ourselves from being scammed there. So I kind of knew this was coming, but not really. Because we were kind of not necessarily wedding ring shopping or like ring shopping, but just to kind of get an idea and look at things, just like for future reference. But no, I did not see this engagement coming, for those of you wondering. Had no clue that this was going to happen. The only thing he said to me, like, around Christmas, well, no, it was actually November, like, right after Thanksgiving he mentioned it. Jeff, which is his name, did ask me, like, what kind of jewelry color do I like? Do I like white gold? Do I like silver? What's my preferred preference? Now, Jeff has been very sweet. I don't have a lot of family jewelry because, unfortunately, I've had family who's taken that jewelry for themselves. This is a very big reason why it's me, my parents, and my brother. But again, that's a whole nother video for that explanation. So Jeff was very sweet, and he wanted me to have my own jewelry collection. But he didn't remember which pieces that I already have. And I have white gold pieces, I have a silver gold piece, I have all sorts of like different necklaces. But out of like my most preferred metal, I would say it's rose gold, because I don't like yellow gold. Yellow gold's okay. I noticed on me it makes my skin look weird, especially because I'm very pale. So yeah, yellow gold's not really a no-go, is a kind of a no-go for me. Rose gold, however, on the other hand, is I like that more. White gold's okay, but I have so many white gold rings from him. I have, what is it? I think it's a silver promise ring. And then I have a white gold diamond ring. So I was like, well, I don't have anything really rose gold. I have kind of like a rose gold plated necklace. But I really don't have anything rose gold. So that's obviously, as you can see from the image that I showed you guys in a little bit earlier, that it is rose gold. And yes, it is a diamond. I think it's a lab grown, which I don't really care. I don't really have a preference. I kind of like lab grown diamonds a little bit more. Only because they tend to have more of a rainbow effect. And again, this is one of the details he remembered about Mood, is that I don't like anything real dull. I tend to like things that are very bright, have like this rainbow effect. And he did remember that detail. So listen here, girls. The right person for you will remember those small details. And he did. But he did really good. It's still very hard for me to believe that I am engaged and that I'm going to be married at some point. As far as wedding planning goes, and I'm sure you guys are all wondering, as of right now, wedding planning is kind of on a little bit of hold. Obviously, we would love to have it in September or October. Preferably September, because that tends to be like the better month for weather around here. And especially since it's going to be an outdoor wedding, it would make the most sense to have it be outdoors. At least for us. We don't want an indoor wedding. We don't like... We've never really wanted an indoor wedding. We've always wanted it outdoor. Regardless if it rains, he'll marry me in the rain. He does not care. But that's kind of being halted for a while, at least until March. Just because, again, wedding planning has absolutely stressed me out. I think I kind of bit off a little bit more than I can chew at once. So we kind of agreed just for me to take a breather, so that way my health doesn't collapse, and that way I can continue to make honey here. So if you guys are wondering how you can support me, like, subscribe, share these videos, comment. Just do it that way. That's probably like your best way to like help me out. But yeah, no, I'm very happy to be marrying my best friend. This is like a really big deal that I thought kind of would never happen. Don't get me wrong, I've always been open to the idea of like actual like government legal marriage, but it's a matter of finding the right person to do that with, because it's a very serious commitment. I personally myself don't believe in divorce. Obviously, like if you're being abused, get the hell out of there. Obviously, there's obviously like circumstances that like qualify for divorce, but I just personally don't believe in it. My parents don't believe in it, so I was raised not to believe in it. But again, like I'm saying, if like you're in an abusive marriage and obviously counseling's not working or nothing's working, you gotta get the hell out of there. But in terms of like just marriage in general, I don't believe in divorce. Jeff does not believe in divorce either. So obviously, like this is a forever thing. This isn't something that is just willy-nilly you decide to do. And I really don't think it should ever be considered that way, if we're like going into like real depths of marriage and what it stands for. But that's just my own personal belief there. Obviously, everyone has different belief systems. That's just mine. But yeah, I mean, this has been quite a roller coaster month for me. It's ended up in a lot of tears, a lot of anxiety, a lot of unknowns, which is very hard for me to deal with. I don't deal with unknown very well. Having anxiety and ADHD, it's very tiresome, but at the end of the day, I get to marry my best friend. So that's the best thing, and that's the best way to look towards it, I guess, is the right word. I have no idea. Again, I haven't done any of these talking videos in a while, so if I sound weird, forgive me. Like I said, it's been like over a month since I've done any like true video work, so I'm getting back in the swing of things, guys. It's gonna take a minute. But no, I'm very happy. Of course, stressed out. It's gonna be a very stressful year if we plan on having the wedding this year. I mean, that is the hope. We are keeping it small. We're not doing an insane big wedding. Because that's just not us. That's not who we are. We'd actually like to be able to, like, see our guests and, like, talk to them and be with them on our day. And that's just our own personal choice. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of family that's not happy about, like, the cuts being made, but this was our decision. I'm paying for the wedding, Jeff's paying for the wedding, and my parents are paying for the wedding. So, it's really our decision. Um, but I mean, it's a lot. I don't think we're ever really told how much it is, and just like we're only told like the wonders of engagement. But no one really talks about how stressful the wedding industry is. Granted, I'm going very against the grain and not doing the whole wedding industry thing. Yes, I have a planner, officiant, coordinator. Don't worry about that. I'm not doing this by myself. There's no way. No, I would be in turmoil and I would have said, screw this, we're just eloping. No, what we would like to have a ceremony with like our closest friends, our chosen family, some of our family, but mainly the people who we want there. Now, it might be live streamed, it might not. You'll just have to wait for that info, and that info will come more towards the actual date of the wedding. Once I know, you guys will probably know too. I might take a month just to like keep it to myself. Because again, this has all been it's hit me very fast. Because I did announce it immediately on Instagram and here on YouTube, in my community section, and as well as Facebook. And I think I was just hit from all sides way too fast, because obviously I'm excited. And of course I want to share the news and get it out in just one sitting, but it took quite a bit out of me. But was it worth it? Absolutely. But again, I don't think anyone talks about like how stressful like wedding planning is. And again, it's not going to be a big wedding. It's not going to be this whole extravagant thing. Cause if I have to like really put like true money toward it, I rather do it on the honeymoon. To be honest with you, I rather have time to spend with my new husband, having adventures, than having just like one day where I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. Where I could have put it toward a house, I could have put it toward a trip that we could have taken. And I'm kind of like a firm believer that the wedding industry is out to get us, and out to get our wallets. So I'm just I'm a little bit wiser to that. And while yes, the day should be memorable, but it's really about you and your partner and what you guys want. So it's just, that's my way of looking at things. Not everyone's gonna agree with me on that terms, and I get it. I totally get it. But this is just me kind of saying what I want and what to kind of expect. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering about how videos will go. So here's just a rough idea what's going on in my head. Obviously, I would probably plan out 5 weeks of videos. I don't think doing back-to-back videos like every day is going to be possible. I think I will run myself into the ground. So I definitely don't want to do that. Whichever or whenever we decide to have this wedding, I will tell you that the outfit, the week will obviously be wedding themed, for that month. But obviously, no update videos whatsoever. That would probably happen like maybe the week before, a week during of, and during that. So that's like, it's anywhere between 2 to 5 weeks, and I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot of time to take off from Star Stable, and that's a lot of things I could miss. But again, you're only really get married once, if you're lucky. And if you hold up, again, for me at least, I'm only getting married once in my life, so I do want to take that time and kind of absorb it, which I know obviously it'll disappoint some of you, but I think the majority of you will definitely understand, or at least are wise enough to understand that. That will be like a small break. Obviously, I would have videos planned probably months in advance, and once I know the date, I know I can start planning out videos, which is good. Again, I'm sure you guys would just tell me, don't even worry about videos, go get married, but this is obviously a source of income for me, so I kind of do need to put videos up so that way I can continue to make income. But a lot of you guys are asking if once I'm married, like, start stable videos would stop. And as of right now, that's not the plan. I plan on, like I said, doing this till either that I'm in the grave or that Star Stable's in the grave. I intend to be doing this as long as possible. Even if I gotta, even like Jeff said, even if he has to hire someone to like edit my videos for me so that way I can focus on life outside of Star Stable, then that's what has to be done. But no, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so please don't worry about that. Obviously, videos might lessen, but you know, life is life, but you guys are a very big part of my life, and obviously this is a job, so obviously I'm not gonna just blow my revenue on something that I'm very committed to. And even, like I was saying, Jeff even agreed, like, that the chances of this stopping are pretty slim to none, because he does have me covered in that aspect of money. And it's not even about the money, it's more so about he sees what I am able to do for you guys and he supports it, so he obviously wants to make sure that that stays as long as like humanly possible. And who knows, I might make another channel for different games I play. Who knows? Because I would like to keep this mainly a start. But, you know, I mean, what can you do? I think we just kind of live day by day and just do your best. But that's my opinion. Anyway, engagement. So yeah, hopefully the wedding would be this year. And would be, technically speaking, late September. Hopefully. Again, like I said, things can change really, really quick. And, you know, it might be next year. We have no idea. It really depends on what's going on in the world and what we decide on what we're going to do. Because obviously, New Jersey's great. Don't get me wrong. Which is where I live. But for the life that we want, it's not going to be here. I think it's going to be somewhere else, and that has something we have to factor in too. So it's a lot of just like life planning, and even though as much as you plan, stuff can still change. So you know, it's a lot. It's just a lot, and I think a lot of times we fiancés don't give ourselves enough credit into like just taking it slow. But with the world being so fast-paced, everyone expects you to have all your answers and all your ducks in a row. And that's just not the case. Especially these days, I think. But that's just what I think. But no, I'm very happy. Aside from, like, external, like, anxiety and dread, I'm thrilled to be marrying my best friend. It still feels very much like a dream. It doesn't feel real. Again, I'm on my engagement trip while all this is happening, and we're also doing a charity pool tournament while this is all going on. So it's definitely going to be a much needed time with our chosen family and my partner. So I'm probably not even going to be really on here when this video goes up. I'm kind of like taking a step back for a few days, just to kind of like let everything soak in, even though I know I'm going to be mentally spent by the time this is all said and done. But, you know, I want to talk to you guys about it and tell you the story. Obviously, I will get more into, like, an actual in-depth, like, our love story, once, oh, and I forgot to do flowers. Go figure. That's my luck. More in-depth love story, like, once, I know the wedding date, and that'll probably be one of the videos, like, once I'm doing, this wedding. But like I said, the wedding might be live streamed, it might not. Hopefully it is, because we do have family that probably won't be able to make it out there, because they are, unfortunately older or disabled, and won't be able to make the wedding. or who live very far away and have much busier lives than what we can offer. Besides, it's going to be such a small wedding, and it's really just a day about us, which I think that's what weddings need to get back to begin with. That it's really just a day about you and your partner. It's not really meant to be like a party for everybody. I mean, I know people are going to get angry at me for this, but that's not really what a wedding is supposed to be. You're not supposed to please really anyone but yourselves. And I know people are going to get angry at me, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm 30 years old. I really just don't care. But it's really a day about you and your partner. And I think that's just how it should be kept. It shouldn't be a party for your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your chosen family, whoever. It's really about you two. But those are just my thoughts and feelings about weddings and how I think wedding planning should go. But again, keeping it small, keeping it simple, keeping it true to things we like. But you know, I mean, everyone's gonna have an opinion regardless, and I know I'm gonna get criticism so much for the way I'm doing this wedding from like different family members on both sides. Well, not really necessarily my side, but it would be more so his family, and because they're like a much bigger family who most of them I've never met, and most of them probably aren't coming to this wedding because I've never met them. But again, this story for another time. But again, back to my point of that your wedding should be like your own thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this very big rambling story of me just talking about future, well, my engagement, and then future wedding plans, and well, a little bit, not too much. I don't want to divulge too much because, again, I'm trying not to stress myself out. Now getting like back into the swing of things and everything, it's a lot. It's a lot. No one tells you it's a lot, but it is a lot. It's a lot of change, a lot of different things going on. So it's just, again, it's a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you all who have sent your congratulations from the very beginning of this happening. Thank you guys. Obviously, I will keep you guys updated as into when this wedding is happening, whether it be this year, next year, no idea. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So, as always, you guys, remember to keep positive. Happy trails, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Bye!